Massachusetts Senator Elizabeth Warren ramping up her attacks on President Trump, claiming racism played a big part in his election. The liberal Democrat frequently mentioned as a 2020 presidential contender says Mr. Trump convinced angry, low and middle income voters to blame minorities for their problems. Watch.
Part of it is an ugly stew of racism. Part of it is Donald Trump tapped into anger. He got that people are deeply angry, and people are right to be angry. But Donald Trump said it's their fault. Those other people, those people who don't worship like you, those people who don't look like you, those people who aren't the same color as you. That was a big part. He told a story. It's just the wrong story.
All right, Kevin, so what's she trying to say?
Wow. I love this topic because leave it to a woman who faked herself, as being an American Indian to tell Donald Trump about racism. And needless to say, as a black guy in America who's been told the lie of the left and wrote a book about it, I'm appalled that she would the fact that the left continue to have the guts to come out and make everything racist in this country. It's funny. Every nationality exists in America. Donald Trump has not come after anybody that is an American citizen. If you're a Mexican American of Mexican descent, you're an American citizen. He wants to protect you. If you're a Muslim and you live in this country and you're here legally, he wants to protect you. As long as you are obeying American laws, he wants to protect people. But let these guys look at the border wall or refugee resettlement, and suddenly we're all racist. We are not racist. We are an amazing group of people, and we're an amalgam of this country. I'm talking conservatives and people that back the policies of Donald Trump. And then Elizabeth Warren and Al Sharpton and a whole litany of leftists.
I mean, how else are you supposed to characterize her words, Abby?
I was going to ask Marie, being a part of the Democratic Party, is this a winning message for Democrats? Yeah. Because they are in a really tough spot where people don't know what they stand for. And Elizabeth Warren is someone who is talked about a lot as maybe being a future face of the Democratic Party. I got to tell you, when she talks about Trump winning because of angry voters, since I've been traveling around, I was in Scranton, Pennsylvania, full of Democrats, and the message that I got, they weren't angry because they were racist, Marie. They were angry because they said we have been promised so many times by Democrats that our lives were going to change, that things were going to get better, and they haven't. So we want change. We want something different. So I'm not sure what she's talking about here.
So I think the Democratic Party, yes, of which I am a part, does have a lot of soul-searching to do about all of the reasons we lost in 2016. And I think that, giving interviews and sort of using sound bites to talk about why that isn't very helpful to the party. There are a lot of reasons. And I think we need to look very seriously at them. You see some of them playing out in some of these special elections in places like Georgia and Kansas. You'll see it in 2018. This is a bigger, deeper conversation.
But wait, can you address her exact words, though, Marie? Because she claims that Donald Trump won the election partly due to, and let me re-say the words, an ugly stew of racism.
Yeah, on the left.
I mean, I know you're addressing the Democrat Party in general, but just...
Well, you were asking about the future of the party. I think there is something, and before everyone jumps on me for saying this, there is something concerning about some of the rhetoric Donald Trump used. You said he didn't attack Americans. He attacked a Mexican-American judge openly because of his hair. He did. You can shake your head no, but that's a fact that he did that. There is a concern about some of the language he used, and more importantly, some of the language some of his supporters used. We've seen a drastic uptick in anti-Semitic
oh my gosh.
Wait, no, let me finish my point, Kevin, of anti-Semitic incidents, of racist incidents since his election. I'm not saying why that is.
All because of the left.
No, I'm not saying why that is, but I'm actually interested and concerned about why that's happening. And as Americans, we should try and figure out why that is, not give crazy cable news interviews like Elizabeth Warren.
But it's cheap and lazy identity politics rhetoric that didn't work.
I agree.
People acted like women that didn't vote for Hillary Clinton were somehow, heretics to their gender. It's a load of you know what.
I agree with you. Big subjects. We don't have enough time.